What's up, my people? All right, I figured let's do a little couch session. Sorry if the audio's a little splashy. My house is kind of like a recording studio out here with these wood floors and big ceilings. But this is not to disparage my teachers. This is just more of a reflective process that happens as you grow as a musician. Now, don't be hard on yourself. You're only competing against yourself. Don't compare yourself to other musicians, right? We're all learning different styles, but in the end, what are we trying to do? We're trying to create music. We're trying to get better. So I started thinking the top 3 things I wish my teacher would have shown me. I know I wrote in the first day, but in like the first 4 lessons, let's say the first month, okay? That would probably be feasible. So let's go over idea number 1, and I love interacting with all of you, whether you're new and you've been around. Drop in the comment, like, what's your journey? What are things that you've discovered, like aha moments, we'll call them. So these are a few of mine that I'm like, man, if he would have shown me this, but it's all good. Teaching guitar is hard. Guitar is a tricky instrument, right? You have the technical side, then you've got the language of music, then you have to put all that together. You got a right hand, left, it's just so much. So remember when you start learning, we all get taught these cowboy chords. C, the open chords, right? G, D, okay, and there's A minor, then there's E, there's E minor. All right, so we're not gonna throw any 7s in there. We're not that advanced yet. But then you get to the, oh, how I play an F, and your teacher shows you this. The dreaded bar chord, okay? Now, a topic I've been hammering on this channel that's really important is triads, right? What's a triad? So that would have been my question. And when you're a beginner, you don't know what questions to ask because you don't know what you don't know. So let's do this. I'm gonna package all 3 of these ideas I wish I would have been shown into one neat package, all right? So let's just shift up that F bar chord, not F sharp, F bar to G, right? Okay. Now, this is what I've been doing in my videos. Inside of that bar chord, there is a triad, all right? Now, there's triads all over the neck by string sets. But this time, we're gonna talk about the D, G, and B string set. So you see that shape right there? I'll show you real close. Obviously, that lives inside of the bar chord. So if I would have been shown, hey, you could just play the triad, not only would I have been shown a simpler version of playing a bar chord, but I would have learned a little theory, because it probably would have led to me saying, well, what's a triad? Well, a triad means 3 notes, the 1, 3, 5, okay? That's just how I am as a person. Like, I have a quest for knowledge. I want to know more. That's why music theory is important too, in my opinion. I think you should learn it. Stick with me, I'll show you. So 1, 3, 5, okay? Now, let's go do this. I said I'd package this neatly, and then eventually you'll learn like that A minor bar chord here. Okay, but inside of that, the same triad exists, the 1, 3, 5, but the shape's like this, okay? One of you asked the other night, yes, I am barring on the 5th fret on the G and B strings, the roots right here on the D, okay? So that triad. So what would that have led to? Instead of me struggling to play like a bar chord like this, G, A minor, I could have done the triad. I could have gone like this. Now, could that lead to other problems? Yeah, it could, because if you think about it, you see I'm wrapping the thumb over the neck and I'm muting the E and the A. That happens just with experience, right? And then here. But that's okay, you're hacking your way through this journey of guitar. So, okay, so that's gonna lead me into number 2. So the triad, because that triad shape, you could move anywhere to any key once you learn those string sets and those shapes. It's just a shape, look, major, minor. And then I probably would have learned, oh, here's G, B, D, 1, 3, 5, A, C, E. So who knows, maybe not, but I probably would have at least asked. All right, so here comes number 2. I asked my mom today, she gave me this beautiful vintage guild, more on that. You've probably seen it on the channel if you've been around. But she said she wishes that she would have shown her teachers would have shown her more scales. That was not my problem at all. Because she said they just taught her songs, which is great, right? You get up going, guitar's gotta be fun. So I'm thinking, well, I was shown a lot of scales, but I wasn't shown how to be musical with those scales. So for example, let's stay on that G and that A minor, okay? G major scale, right there. So if you don't know that, here's the fingering pattern, okay? 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. That's 1 octave, okay? You could keep going all the way, but we're gonna stay there, okay? And then we all get shown this. Drop your comments, let me know. So the A minor pentatonic shape, right? With the root on the E. Okay, so 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay, now, I was shown that, but I wasn't shown how to create music with that. So here's how we could tie it a step further. Like, if my teachers would have shown me, okay, you can take the triad, that G triad, maybe pick it. You teach me the word arpeggiate. Ooh, that's a beautiful word, okay? And then show me how to connect that to the parts of the scale, okay? So, for example, what if I do that, and then they could have shown me, well, when you get to the A minor pentatonic, take that triad shape in there and play a little riff out of the A minor pentatonic, okay? Then they could have modeled it for me like this. Triad. You see that? Kind of botched that a little bit, but that's music, right? So triad, and then just like a little riff out of the major scale, connecting the dots. I say that in here all the time, and then I go to this triad, a little riff out of the minor pentatonic. So if you want that to flow, it could have been something cool like this. Let's do G triad, A minor triad, scale. See that? And then maybe I could throw the bar in when I start getting stronger as a player. So those are the first two, but you see how I'm trying to connect the dots. What are we doing on guitar? We're trying to create music that makes it fun for us. All right, so you see I played everything with a pick. I'm gonna link some of these triad videos, and I'm specifically gonna link one. Doesn't have a lot of views, but it's really good. Get rid of the pick. As players, you get pigeonholed into, you hit plateaus because you don't get out of your comfort zone. So I got too comfortable with the pick, and then I I hear a finger picking part. Probably, I think the first time my mom was playing something with Lindsey Buckingham, Fleetwood Mac, and he's just a finger player, okay? So let's keep it tied into the bar chords, okay? So, for example, what if I learn to finger pick, no guitar pick, the triads like this? Same thing, G and A. So if I were taught the triads, I were taught the scales, how to be musical with those, and how to finger pick. Well, now we're making music. You're probably above a beginner level easily, okay? So watch this, triads. See the finger picking? I'm just picking that root. I'm only picking the D, G, and B strings. Heck, if I could have just sat on the couch doing this, helps build rhythm. See all the different things, you start experimenting, and you're gonna hack your way through this. Now the video I'm gonna link at the end shows me picking the root note out of the bar chord, hitting it, pick and flick, I like to call it. Low E, to the bar, okay? A minor, triad. That builds a whole nother level of control. So what if we're going like this? Okay? Video at the end shows you how to do this. Okay? So just try things like that. So those are kind of the three things. If I would have been shown that in the first few lessons, who knows what would have happened. Eventually I came around to it, and that's what makes music cool too, is all the discovery that happens, all right? So check out the videos I'm gonna link here, specifically the triad ones. I'm gonna really build that out for you, because once you start getting that, you're gonna have so many pathways of connecting scales, creating music, right? So not just a disconnect of here's some scales that you know, okay? Here's some bar chords, here's some chords. Because again, take it easy on yourself. You're learning a language. You're learning how to apply that language. You are learning a technical skill set, right? There's so much. You're learning with the pick. You're learning without a pick, all right? That's it. So it's fun. Number one rule is have fun. Don't judge yourself against anybody else. Just compare yourself to you. Just try and get 1% better in whatever area you're in, and you're gonna make progress, all right? Now, check out the links in the description. That's how I buy myself iced coffee. The newsletter is linked in the comments. It's pinned in the comments here. That's growing fast. We're gonna write you really good stuff. Got some original music coming out on here. If you made it this far, drop in the comments what kind of shark was in the movie Jaws. That's one of my favorite movies. What kind of shark was the main character, all right? So drop that in the comment. And that's it. So like I said, just one day at a time. What I would always say, only you can stop you. You're not gonna stop, you're gonna keep going, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.